You tapping in real quick for this UFC 307. It's going to be taking place over in Salt Lake City, Utah, where the light heavyweight strap is very much up for grabs in the main event between Alex Poatan Pereira and Khalil, the Warhorse Roundtree. And the same can be said about the co-main event, where the bantamweight strap is very much up for grabs between Raquel Pennington and Juliana Pena, the two young women that will be taking place in the championship match in the women's bantamweight division. And listen, man, this card is coming together quite fucking nicely. In my personal opinion, UFC 307 is going to turn out to be an absolute banger. I believe we're going to get a lot of good action and see a lot of good fights. And that's going to make it very hard when passing out these post-fight bonuses at the end of the night. You know what I'm talking about? With that being said, with all that out the way, this video right here, we just going to chop it up for a few minutes about some parlay options for the prelims, for the whole card, some Hail Mary and haymaker tosses, you know what I mean? We'll talk about some dog plays. We are in the dog house, you understand what I'm saying to you? Obviously, as you can see, one of mine greeted me with a bit, you know, too much excitement a couple mornings ago while I was still rolling out my rack and all that, you know what I mean? At least he ain't break the skin this time, man. Broke the skin on this one. Left me a little pink Rudolph on the tip of my nose for the rest of my life. You know what I'm talking about? Boxers, man. Motherfuckers like to jab at your face early in the morning, man. You know what I mean? Gots to be on point. Gots to be more careful. You know what I'm talking about? Very much so is what it is, though. And let's go ahead and talk about this, man. Prelims, if you fucking with them favorites, 3 favorites at plus 172 is Cesar, Joaquim, and Alexander. 3 other favorites at plus 126 is Cesar, Ryan, and Tim. 4 favorites at plus 236 is Cesar, Ryan, Tim, and Joaquim. 5 favorites, all 5 of the young men staying away from the ladies. This is all 5 favorites on the prelims at plus 394. This is Cesar, Ryan, Tim, Joaquim, and Alexander. If you're unsure about the Ryan span against Ovin's pick, as you should be, you can take Ryan out the mix, keep Tim in. Cesar, Tim, Joaquim, and Alexander, they come at plus 280. If you're also unsure about the Timothy Dirty Bird Means pick against Court McGee, rightfully so, as you should be, you can take Timothy out the mix as well. But if you're all right with the young ladies, you can toss Lucindo in the mix, and Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, and Lucindo come at plus 326. If you like both of the young ladies to get the job done, both of the favorites, that is, Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, Lucindo, and Tisha, 5 favorites on the prelims, come at plus 587. You know what I'm talking about? If you want to keep Lucindo out of there, but you like Tisha, Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, and Tisha come at plus 337. You know what I'm talking about? And if you want to keep both of the young ladies out of there, Cesar, Ryan, Alexander, and Tim, they come at plus 252. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know, that's pretty much that with that, unless you want to start talking about, you know, adding some dog legs on the end of something. Like if you like Cesar, Alexander, and Joaquim, you can toss Ovince on the end as your 4th leg, your 1 dog, and they come together at plus 851 for 4 legs. Or you can take Ovince out, use Court McGee as your 1 dog. Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, and Court come at plus 701. The same can be said for Austin Hubbard. The same can be said for Wonderboy Thompson and any other underdog that you like on the prelim card to bite. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know, so that's that with that. As far as the favorites are concerned, Cesar, Joaquim, and Alexander, 172. Cesar, Ryan, Tim, 126. Cesar, Ryan, Tim, Joaquim, 236. Cesar, Ryan, Tim, Joaquim, Alexander, 394. Cesar, Tim, Joaquim, Alexander, 280. Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, Lucindo, 326. Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, Tisha, 337. Cesar, Alexander, Joaquim, Lucindo, and Tisha, 587. Cesar, Ryan, Alexander, and Tim, plus 252. You know what I mean? And if we're talking about dog plays, when I'm saying dog plays, I mean straight up dog plays, not attaching the dog leg, you know, to the end of individuals you already have parlayed up. I mean strictly dog plays, and dog plays that I like on the prelims. I myself am invested into a few of them, but they are dog plays. So my 2 legs, my 3 legs, my 2 legs, it's just $10 a leg, $10 a head. So 2 legs got $20, 3 legs got $30. You understand what I'm saying to you? Keeping it light, man. They are dog plays. I don't need to go crazy for, you know, to get a significant payout off of fifth pocket change, basically. You understand what I'm saying to you? So 2 legs at plus 596 on the prelims for a dog play. Austin Hubbard and Court McGee. There is a night, possibly more times than not, that both of these young men show up and slightly edge out both Alexander and Timothy, you know, to produce the slightly better body of work absolutely everywhere over the course of 15 minutes by Austin and Court both implementing their wrestling and grappling and getting this fight down to the ground, you know, possibly every single round and doing good work from the top. You understand what I'm saying to you? That is a possibility in both of these matchups. Austin Hubbard is very much so a dog that can bark on the prelims, as well as Court McGee. There are 2 individuals that I've contemplated pick switching all fucking week, and I have made the pick switch on Austin Hubbard and Carla Esparza. You understand what I'm saying to you? We'll talk about that one in a second. But Austin Hubbard and Court McGee, 2 dogs, 2 legs at plus 596 for a dog play on the prelims. I got $20 on it, $10 a head. Like I said, man, Court and Austin can both show up and implement their wrestling and grappling to get this fight down to the mat, possibly each and every round to edge out Alexander and Timothy absolutely everywhere to secure, you know, unanimous decisions and secure the victories. You understand what I'm saying to you? So more times than not, possibly. You know what I mean? But most definitely a 50-50 type situation, man. You know what I mean? They should be a minus 110, minus 110 pick 'em on both these fights, in my personal opinion, man. So upon further investigation, you know what I mean, I have come to the conclusion that Alexander, you know, the great Hernandez might be a bit too easily taken down by Austin Hubbard in each and every single fucking round. You understand what I'm saying to you? And the same can be said about Court McGee. So I like Austin and Court as a 2-leg dog play on the prelims at plus 596. Y'all also know I like O Vince. So a 3-leg for me that I have $30 on is Austin Court and O Vince at plus 2234. We already know why. I just told you about Austin, just told you about Court, and I've told you plenty of times about O Vince. Ryan Spann's only way to win this fight, in my personal opinion, is via catching, clipping, and disconnecting O Vince St. Preux from his consciousness to get the victory inside the distance via KO, TKO. He does not win does not win via majority split or unanimous decision, and he does not win via submission against O Vince St. Preux on any night. 10 times out of 10, it just will not happen. You understand what I'm saying to you? O Vince, on the other hand, if it does go the distance, can win this one via split majority or unanimous decision by producing the better all-around body of work over the course of 15 minutes, because he is the better all-around mixed martial artist absolutely everywhere. You understand what I'm saying to you? And he could also win this joint via clipping and disconnecting Ryan Spann from his consciousness inside the distance. He could hurt him and hop on him for the submission for a club and sub inside the distance. He could take him to the ground and find a submission for the submission inside the distance. Ryan Spann could attempt to take down and get submitted for a submission inside the distance. There's so many ways for O Vince to win this, and only one way for Ryan Spann to win it. So 2 legs, $20, Austin and Court at plus 596. 3 legs, $30, Austin Court and O Vince at plus 2234. You know what I mean? And O Vince is one of my most confident underdog picks, so that's not my only dog plays for him. I will be attaching him to quite a few other parlays as well. Parlays that I already have parlayed and put up, I'm just going to duplicate them and add O Vince as a leg. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, so that's a 2-leg dog play I like on the prelims, and a 3-leg dog play I like on the prelims. Another 2-leg dog play I like on the prelims is Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster, and Marina Rodriguez, 2 legs at plus 466. Carla Esparza, I said it many times before, she's proven to be kryptonite to a lot of these young ladies, a lot of these elite level young ladies. You understand what I'm saying? Rose Namajunas is a prime example, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? She's been kryptonite to Rose since way back in the Tough House when she ran through motherfucking Angela Hill, Tisha motherfucking Torres at the time, but Pennington now. You understand what I'm saying to you? Angela Hill's Road Dogg, Jessica Penne, and then Rose Namajunas in the motherfucking finale to become the motherfucking first ever champ. You understand what I'm saying to you? In that division for the women. You understand what I'm saying to you? Then, although all that time passes and Rose, we all know it, we all saw it, man. She went on and she evolved, I mean, in absolutely every department on so many levels, become the elite level mixed martial artist that she is now. And all those years later, in comes the Cookie Monster, Carla Esparza, in Cookie Monster fashion, to just slow Rose all the way down and drag her all the way out and take her fucking gold. Snatch a fucking victory from her yet again. She has just proven to be kryptonite time and time again for a lot of these young women. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I do not believe in her final dance, her retirement fight, which is a rematch against Tisha, that anything will be any different. You know what I mean? I have picked switched to the Cookie Monster for all the reasons that I said this fight was, you know what I mean, to be left the fuck alone. You know what I mean? I've pick switched. I'm on Carla, the Cookie Monster, to come in here, especially since it's her final dance. It's her retirement fight. And I don't care that she's coming back off of her maternity leave. Tisha Pennington just came back off of her maternity leave not that long ago. You understand what I'm saying to you? And you have to just get back in the mix and see how it goes. And she came back off her maternity leave to come back in here and finish out her fights on her UFC contract and handle her business. And Carla Esparza just happens to be coming in off of her maternity leave now, prior to this fight, to finish out her final fight on her contract, which is her final dance. And I personally believe she's going to go out there and do absolutely everything that she needs to do to secure, yet again, another victory over Tisha Pennington. Not Tisha Torres this time. She beat Tisha Torres. Now she's going to beat Tisha Pennington in her final dance and her retirement fight. And she's going to be able to take her gloves off and walk off on a decently high note. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's just all there is to it. Marina Rodriguez on that side of the dog play. Listen, she came into the UFC undefeated too, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? And all of her losses and her 2 draws come from being inside that UFC octagon up against an undeniably higher level of opposition than what Lucinda has to face. Now, Lucinda has stepped up in levels of opposition since coming into the UFC, and she's looked, fairly fucking decent doing so. But I could see this one going to a draw. A third draw for Marina inside the octagon, possibly the first one for Lucindo. Or I could see Marina, getting the majority or split decision nod her way. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's why she's been my pick from the jump, because she's undeniably been up against the higher levels of opposition. Even her wins, her losses, but some of her wins. I mean, go look at her resume. She's no fucking chump stop. You understand what I'm saying to you? Hence the 2 draws in the UFC. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I think it's a solid dog play. 2 legs at plus 466. I have $20 on it. You know what I mean? $20 on Austin Hubbard and Court McGee at plus 596. $30 on Austin Hubbard, Court McGee, and Ovin St. Preux at 2234. $20 on Carla Esparza and Marina Rodriguez at plus 466. You know what I'm talking about? And then we have $20 on a mix and mingle. You know what I'm talking about? I got a couple mix and mingle type situations. One, I put $20 on, and one I put $10 on. They both have dogs wrapped up in them to even my dog plays out for the most part on the on the prelims. You know what I mean? At a smooth hundy, with a smooth hunter. You know what I'm talking about? Excuse me. It's more like my dog plays are really gonna round out on the prelims more like at $1.50, because I got two $25 5-leg parlays in, where the 5th leg is a motherfucking dog. You know what I'm talking about? And then one of them where the 4th and 5th leg is a dog. You feel me? So it's really gonna be a $150 investment in the dog plays on the prelims as of right now. But this is what $100 of them looks like. Understand what I'm saying to you? 20 on Austin and Court at 596, 30 on Austin Court and Ovins at 2234, 20 on Carla and Marina at 466, and then a mix and mingle situation, 20 on Cesar Almeida I mean, 20 on Cesar Almeida and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. 2 legs at plus 243. You know what I'm talking about? Just something like, you know what I mean? Just what the fuck if Wonderboy comes out there and does what Wonderboy thinks he's going to be able to do. You understand what I'm saying to you? Wonderboy's intentions are to come out here, clip and disconnect Buckley from his consciousness inside the distance, much like he did to Kevin Holland and much like Kevin Holland did to Joaquin Buckley. This is what Wonderboy's intentions are. So if you're on the side of Wonderboy to be able to go ahead and complete that mission, Cesar Almeida and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, 2 legs, semi-dog play at plus 243. You understand what I'm saying to you? And then if you like these individuals, listen, I got $10 on it. I put $10 on it just to get these dog leg plays back if anything goes crazy. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's $10 at plus 1034. You know what I'm talking about? It pretty much should get me all my dog play money back from the prelims, including the other two $25 plays. You know what I'm talking about? But it looked like Cesar Almeida, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Ryan Superman Spann, and Austin Hubbard. Just, you know, what the fuck, man? What if Wonderboy shows up and does what he says he's going to do to Joaquin and kills that, you know, the parlays that I got Joaquin in. And, you know, what if Ryan Superman Spann? What if Wonderboy and Superman, you know what I mean, show up and for whatever reason get the jobs done? Well, then at least I'll get this, you know what I mean, plus 1034 back, you know what I mean? Makes me just want to, that 10's going to bring me back my, you know, just about my $1.50. But if I put $10 a head on it, or even $5 a head, and just throw $20 on that motherfucker, if it hits, then it brings me all my dog play money back. So you know what? That's what $110 investment on the dog plays look like. You know what I mean? 20 on Austin Court at 596, 30 on Austin Court and Vince at 2234, 20 on Carla and Marina at 4066, the mix and mingle, 20 on Caesar and Steve at plus 243, and 20 on Caesar, Steve, Ryan, and Austin at plus 1034. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, man, you know, for the prelims and all that. That's what that looked like. You know what I mean? Got your little favorites. You know what I mean? Got your little dog plays. And we could talk about some main card action real quick. You know what I mean? If y'all on the side of these favorites, you feel me? You can catch Alex, Kayla, and Kevin at plus 120. You can catch Alex, Kayla, Rocky, and Kevin at plus 242. You can catch Alex, Kayla, Rocky, Kevin, and Mario for an all favorites clean sweep on the main card at plus 470. So again, Alex, Kayla, Kevin plus 120, Alex, Kayla, Rocky, Kevin plus 242, Alex, Kayla, Rocky, Kevin, Mario plus 470. If you want to stay away from the significant favorites and the ladies, but you still like the favorites, Kevin and Mario come at plus 169. If you just want to stay away from the ladies, Kevin, Mario, and Alex come at plus 220. If you're unsure about Mario, as you should be, but you want to get action on Alex and keep it light, Alex and Jose, 2 legs, come at plus 162. You know what I'm talking about? So Kevin and Mario is 169. Kevin, Mario, and Alex is plus 220. Keeping it light, you know, giving Alex action, staying away from that motherfucking Mario fight, because Jose deserves his action, especially with a dog tag. Alex and Jose at plus 162. You know what I mean? If you like Alex, Kayla, and Rocky and Kevin, we already said that's 242. But if you unsure about Rocky and you want to swap out her for Juliana, those 4 legs come at plus 440. So Alex, Kayla, Rocky, Kevin is 242. Alex, Kayla, Kevin, and Juliana is plus 440. You know what I'm talking about? Dog plays on the main card. I like Roman and Jose, 2 legs at plus 410. I also like 3 legs, Roman, Jose, and Juliana at plus 1150. And then 4-leg play for me on the main card is Roman, Jose, Juliana, and Kayla at plus 1338. You know what I'm talking about? Roman and Jose, 2 legs at plus 140, man, they solid. Roman, Jose, Juliana, 3 legs at plus 1150, man, they solid. Roman, Jose, Juliana, And Kayla, 4 legs at plus 1338, man. They solid. And then, you know, we could talk about Roman, Jose, Juliana, Kayla, and Alex. Put us like around plus 1430. And if you swap out Alex and swap in Khalil, boy, oh boy, that Roman, Jose, Juliana, Kayla, and Khalil, woo! That thing will put you up there around about 20 plus 26,000 and some change. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't do the math on it, but that's about where it's gonna put you at. You know what I mean? That's what I like on the main card, though, man. I like Roman and Jose at plus 410, Roman, Jose, and Juliana at plus 1150, and Roman, Jose, Juliana, and Kayla at plus 1338. Then we can do swap options with Alex and motherfucking Khalil. You know what I'm talking about? If y'all like these favorites and you want to talk a little, you know, toss a little haymaker, you know what I mean? And then possibly a Hail Mary. We'll do the haymaker to your 7th leg. And then your Hail Marys are your 8th, 9th, and 10th legs. You understand what I'm saying to you? If you like these favorites, Kayla, Alex, Caesar, Ryan, Tim, Alexander, and Joaquin. 7 legs at plus 584. If you like those favorites and you want to toss that haymaker, Kayla Harrison, Alex Piera, Cesar Almeida, Ryan Spann, Timothy Meads, Alexander Hernandez, and Joaquin Buckley. 7 legs at plus 584. If you want to start, you know, tossing that Hail Mary, you can add an 8th leg. You can toss Lucindo in there at plus 969. Add Tisha as your 9th leg at plus 1570. Or add Rocky as your 10th leg at plus 2541. And that would be Kayla, Alex, Caesar, Ryan, Tim, Alexander, Joaquin, Lucindo, Tisha, and Rocky at plus 2541. Or if you want to do, you know, fuck with those other individuals on the card, those other favorites on the card, as far as your 8th, 9th, and 10th legs go. You understand what I'm saying to you? Kayla, Alex, Caesar, Ryan, Tim, Alexander, and Joaquin. Then you add Kevin as your 8th leg at plus 987. Mario is your 9th leg at plus 1693, and Lucindo is your 10th leg at plus 2701. And that would be Kayla, Alex, Caesar, Ryan, Tim, Alexander, Joaquin, Kevin, Mario, and Lucindo at plus 2701, or swap out Lucindo for Rocky at plus 2736, or swap out Rocky for Tisha at plus 2701. You understand what I'm saying to you? If you want to keep the ladies out the mix, understandably so. You still like the favorites though? Alex Piera, Cesar Almeida, Ryan Spann, Timothy Meads, Alexander Hernandez, Joaquin Buckley, Kevin Holland, and Mario Bautista come together at plus 1505, and that's your heaviest favorite on down as far as the young men are concerned, man. That is Alex Piera, Cesar Almeida. Crazy that Ryan Spann is the 3rd biggest favorite on the fucking card, but Alex Piera, Cesar Almeida, Ryan Spann, Timothy Meads, Alexander Hernandez, Joaquin Buckley, Kevin Holland, and Mario Bautista. 8 legs at plus 1505, man. You know what I'm talking about? If you like them favorites. If you want to get spicy, all you have to do, this is 8 legs. You could put $8 on this motherfucker, and it would you could put 50 cents a man on this motherfucker. $4 on this motherfucker, and it'll probably clear a stack for you. You understand what I'm saying to you? It is 8 legs at plus 25,816. So $10 is going to get you just around 2,600. You know what I'm talking about? $10 is going to get you around 2,600. You could drop $1 a man, 800, and still clear $2,000. You could drop, like I said, $5 on this motherfucker, and it's gonna get you over a stack. So you could put 50 cents a man, $4 on this motherfucker, and it's gonna bring you over a stack. So no need in tapping back in if this misses by 1 or 2 legs, talking to me about how significantly, you know, it fucked you up. I just told you could put 50 cents a leg on this motherfucker. That is $4 for 8 legs at plus 25,816, and you will clear 10 fucking units. There is no need to be greedy unless, you know, you feel the need to be greedy. You know what I'm talking about? You can take these 8 legs and put $5 a main on them. You know what I'm talking about? Drop 40 on this motherfucker. Drop 80 on this motherfucker and make it go through the roof. Huh? But anyway, it's It's a spicy-ass little haymaker. Court McGee, Austin Hubbard, Ovin St. Preux, Cesar Almeida, Joaquin Buckley, Roman Delice, Jose Aldo, and Alex Pereira. You know what I'm talking about? Court McGee, Austin Hubbard, Ovin St. Preux, taking a fucking limb. You know what I'm talking about? Cesar Almeida, Joaquin Buckley, Roman Delice. He's too big for him, man. I'm telling you, he's too fucking strong for Kevin. Jose Aldo. All the same people that were on Jonathan Martinez last time are on Mario Bautista this time. When will you learn that if Jose Aldo is not significantly outreached by at least, Mario Bautista, if Mario Bautista possessed, I don't know, maybe another 2 inches in height and 6 inches in reach, you know what I mean? Maybe if he possessed like a 76-inch reach, he has a 69-inch reach, I believe. He's at an inch reach disadvantage to Jose Aldo. That's all that fucking matters, man. You cannot be at a reach disadvantage to Jose Aldo and not just absolutely be that guy, that killer, that motherfucker with, you know, that's just putting motherfuckers out, but not just with the power and the pop, but just technically. And Mario Bautista, in my personal opinion, is just not that guy, man. He is not a guy who's going to go out there and outbox, outstrike, and outwork Jose Aldo over the course of only 15 minutes, especially not 25. You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is, though. Court, Austin, Ovin, Cesar, Joaquin, Roman, Jose, and Alex, a spicy-ass haymaker at plus 25,816, man. You know what I mean? Something light, though, man. Nothing major. You feel me? Few parlay, few prelims. Parlay options for the prelims. Few parlay options for the main card, as far as these favorites are concerned and all that. Few dog plays. You know what I mean? And y'all already know who I'm on. You know what I'm saying? As far as these picks are concerned, I did switch from Tisha Pennington to Carla Esparza, and I did switch from Alexander Hernandez to Austin Hubbard, man. For what it's worth, man. You know what I'm talking about? I just don't necessarily know or believe that Alexander Hernandez is going to be able to stop the game plan that Austin Hubbard is going to implement. You understand what I'm saying to you? It will be competitive while on the feet, and I believe Austin will be able to lock up and secure takedowns, not with relative ease, but he will be able to get them possibly in each and every round. And, you know, both, I believe, Hubbard's out of Team Elevation. Oh, but like they're both out of good camps. You understand what I'm saying to you? They're both going to be well prepared for this matchup. Austin Hubbard's the one I just feel like is going to be a bit more so. And he's going to edge this one out. So upon further investigation, I came to that conclusion. And I have pick switched to 2 more dogs. We are in the doghouse, though, man. The fuck? If I just sit over here and pick what all these other motherfuckers pick, what the fuck we gonna talk about, man? God. Listen, it is what it is. I like them dogs to bark. It's fucked up, man. But when you're giving me Jose, I can't help myself but be on the side of so many motherfucking underdogs, man. Like, when you giving me a lineup like this, what the fuck do you want me to do, man? You know what I mean? What do you want me to do with this lineup other than to be on the side of more motherfucking underdogs than I'm not? You know what I mean? I can't even find this motherfucking lineup right now. I'm all over the place, man. There we go, man. All right. Now, motherfuckers was probably looking at me like, damn, you had enough dogs already, didn't you? Shit. Listen here, man. If the motherfuckers bark, you won't be saying that. You can never put enough of these motherfuckers together if they get to barking, huh? But look at this shit, though. We'll get back to this main event in a second. Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena, man. Rocky, you know, a bit more so, you know what I mean? I don't even know. I don't even want to say a bit more so. Listen, they both dangerous on everywhere. They both Juliana more so on the mat. Rocky maybe a bit more so on the feet. As far as I think maybe volume though and activity may concern. As far as being dangerous though, Juliana may possess a bit more pop in her individual shots. Rocky just does good work. You know what I mean? With her boxing and all that, man. I don't know. It's one of those fights, man. I don't know that Rocky's gonna be able to you know, keep this one up. I don't know that she's gonna be able to keep this one up, man. And I think Juliana is probably gonna find a submission inside the distance somewhere in the first 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't think it goes the distance. I don't think it goes into the 4th or 5th round. I don't think we see 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I think Juliana finds the finish. And I think she finds it relatively quick, man. In the first 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Possibly in the first motherfucking, you know, in the first 10 minutes. Because the first time she gets Rocky down to the ground, she is aggressively going to search for that submission. Aggressively. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I think she's going to find it. I think she's going to find it. Listen, seeing Rocky get the gold, be able to take it home, wrap it around her waist, throw it over her shoulder. You know what I'm talking about? Share it with her family, her fans, her friends, her loved ones. You know what I'm talking about? To have that moment, to have these moments that she's had since capturing the gold. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's a beautiful thing to see, man. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing to see. Much like it was for Matt Serra. You know what I mean? Sean Strickland. And certain individuals that you already know aren't going to be long-standing champions. And the fact that they even, you know what I mean, got to that point and captured that gold is just absolutely magnificent and a mountain conquered in its own. You understand what I'm saying to you? She's just not going to hold on to that gold, man. You know what I mean? She's not holding on to that motherfucking gold. Much like Matt, much like, you know, quite a few individuals. I just named a few, but quite a few individuals have made their way to the top of the fucking mountain, you know what I mean, through a landscape of fight cancellations and injuries and all types of things taking place that allowed them to land in that spot, on that platform, on that stage, and boy, did they capture it. You know what I mean? Didn't last long. Rain on the top was short like Leprechaun, you know what I'm talking about? But still, you know what I mean? So while it was good to see, you know, it's why I don't get too much into all those, you know, they brought I saw it on IG or YouTube, like they brought the little belt out for the kid. Like, that was cool, man. You know what I mean? And they all taking their pictures and their family pictures and everything. I'm like, it's cool, man. I just like not to get too invested, involved in all of that and the backstories and everything, because you get to, you know what I mean, feeling somebody's story and journey and path and all that, and they go out there and get disconnected from their consciousness inside the first couple motherfucking minutes, and it's, damn, now you feel all bad and shit. You don't even really want to enjoy the victory that happened for the other person because you all stuck in this motherfucking story, you know what I mean? Fuck out of here with all that, man. Juliana, she's yanking something up, man. Taking that belt back home, you know what I mean? How can I not be on the dog side? Jose Aldo's a fucking underdog. He's still a fucking underdog. We almost at the end of fight week. And he has gone down a little bit and then back up. And then down a little bit and then back up. So motherfuckers are really on it. Like they was on Jonathan Martinez. I hope you don't think Mario Bautista is coming out here and outboxing, outclassing, outworking, outkicking, and just edging Jose Aldo out over the course of 15 minutes absolutely everywhere for a unanimous decision. He will have to clip and finish Jose Aldo inside the distance, disconnecting from his consciousness. He's not finding the submission. I do not believe he will even be able to get this mat to the ground if he attempts to do so. You understand what I'm saying to you? And in that situation, he might find himself reversed. This is still Jose Aldo to me, all day, every day. You know what I'm talking about? And 2 rounds of 1, possibly 3 rounds of none, man. Much like I called for Martinez, I don't see Bautista. Bautista's a bad boy. He's a bad boy, and he will have to knock Jose out, though, to prove how bad he really is. He's a bad motherfucker. But I don't think Jose is going to present the opening or the opportunity for him to land that clean shot. And in the mix of everything else, he's going to be landing good, clean body work, body shots. And if he decides to implement the kicks, boy, oh boy. You know what I'm talking about? He will run away with it. You know what I'm talking about? And Mario will limp the fuck home. Kalen and Kettler, nope. Roman versus Kevin, come on, man. Come on. How can I not be on the fucking dog in Roman versus Kevin, man? This is Roman. This is Roman's division. Roman can go the fuck up if he so chooses to do so, man. Come on. Kevin talks that shit. Kevin has no Kevin's ready to go. Kevin got that heart to back up his mouth. He got no problem stepping in the back alley, locking in a motherfucking cell, or stepping in a motherfucking cage with absolutely anybody. In my personal opinion, it does not mean he's going to win. You know what I mean? It does not mean he's going to win. You understand what I'm saying to you? Roman is too big for him. He's too strong, man. He's too strong. I get it. Kevin's tall. He's long. He's lanky. I don't necessarily believe he wants to go to the ground in any way, shape, form, or fashion, attempting to use those long, lanky limbs against Roman Delites. Roman Delites will stay. Roman will stay safe on top. Roman will stay safe on top, and he'll use Kevin's aggressive guard against him, catch him slipping, and slip something in his own right and find a submission. You understand what I'm saying to you? Or he'll get the ground and pound from top position. He's a big motherfucker. He is strong. It's the power. It is the power and the, the physical abilities that's gonna stop Kevin from being able to implement any game in any way, shape, form, or fashion outside of throwing his hands. And I don't think he's knocking Roman out, man. I think Roman will get this one down to the ground. I think Roman will play top on, be safe on top, do some good work from top, rack up some good control time while on top. You understand what I'm saying to you? Possibly put Kevin in some compromisable positions, possibly find a fucking finish while it's on the feet. Keep it competitive. You know what I'm talking about? Keep it very fucking competitive. He's at a reach disadvantage, but so is just about everybody that steps in there with Kevin Holland, man. And it's not going to be the first time that, Roman's been in a reach disadvantage, man. It's the power, man. Like, I like Kevin absolutely everywhere. He's dangerous absolutely everywhere. His striking is nice. You know what I'm talking about? His counters are vicious. You feel me? And his jiu-jitsu, offensive and defensively, is legitimate, man. But the same can be said about Roman. And when somebody can match your technical abilities like that, but they just powerhouse you out, you understand what I'm saying to you? When y'all are neck for neck on that ground, that motherfucking strength will come into play. Trust me, I've been on the wrong side of it and the right side of it. I've been neck and neck technical abilities on the ground with a motherfucker, and he just throwing up 385 on the motherfucking on the bench and squatting, deadlifting, and his physical, not I ain't even just gonna say, genetic freak. Genetics came into play, but my boy was just he's just a savage. He's just built like that. He's built different. And when your technical abilities can match another motherfucker's technical abilities, it very much does so come into, patient and power, man. You know what I mean? If you can power your way through, you know what I'm talking about? You'll, now this is just based off of my personal experience, so this is all my personal opinion, you know what I mean? To each their own. You understand what I'm saying to you? I just personally believe that, neither one of these individuals significantly, separate themselves from each other as far as on the mat. In the grappling, that's Roman all day. That's Roman all day. He's too fucking strong for him. On the ground, in the jiu-jitsu department, I don't think either one of them separate each other from the other significantly. You know what I'm talking about? And with that being said, you give me that muscle, that power, that strength, that endurance, that dog in Roman. to get this one done. So, I mean, how can I not be on another dog? You know what I'm talking about? Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. I'm on Buckley. I'm on Buckley. You know what I mean? I'm on Buckley, but, you know, boy, if Wonderboy comes out this motherfucker with one more wonderful performance and gets Joaquin Buckley out of there inside the distance the way he intends to do so, I believe if he doesn't, he very much so should take his fucking gloves off and get the fuck on up out of here, man. I'd hate to see him go out like his brother-in-law, man, with all due respect to Chris Weidman. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still on Joaquin. Marina, how can I not be on the dog? How can I not be on another fucking dog? This is women's MMA, and yes, Lucindo has looked good as of yet, you know what I'm talking about? But she has not faced the names that Marina has faced as of yet inside that UFC octagon. And Marina has beaten some of them names. You understand what I'm saying to you that I personally believe will beat the shit out of Lucindo. You know what I'm talking about? Because styles make for matchups, and some of those, you know, when Marina was matched up with some of those individuals that she caught the dub over, that I believe will beat the shit out of Lucindo, styles make matchups, man. And they just weren't able to get their game going. Where against Lucindo, I believe those individuals would be able to get their game going. Now, I know one thing has absolutely nothing to do with the other, but the facts still remain. Marina has been up against a higher level of opposition. You understand what I'm saying to you? And like I said, man, she was undefeated when she came into the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. All those losses and draws come from being inside that octagon. So I could see it being another draw, or I could see her getting a nod via majority or split. So how can I not be on another dog, man? You know what I mean? Ihor versus Caesar, I'm on Caesar. I've been on Caesar since he came into the UFC. I've been on the right side. When he did butt go all dirty, I was on the wrong side. When, you know, Roman Kopylov got him down a few times. You understand what I'm saying to you? I've been with him every fight, though. You know what I mean? Every fight since he came in, whether it's the right side or the wrong side, I've been rocking with my guy, and I'm going to rock with him again. I'm no surprise. He's one of the biggest favorites on the card, as he should be against Ihor. He's going to get Ihor the fuck up out of there. There's nothing Ihor could do to win this fight, man. Cesar Almeida's takedown defense was already legitimate enough to keep an individual like Ihor upright. He proved that in the Butker fight and in prior fights before that. You understand what I'm saying to you? So there's nothing he can do for him. You mix that with the work that Caesar's doing with Glover and Alex and all the rest of the individuals that he's working with, rolling around with on the mat, and all the wrestling and grappling defense and offensive. It's nothing Ihor can do, so it's Caesar. Now we got Alexander and Austin, and I was originally on Alexander, so the dogs wasn't involved here, but I've made a pick switch to Austin, so I'm on another dog. But how can I not be, man? How can I not be? You know what I'm saying? Alexander, the Great Hernandez, does not do well when individuals are able to implement an all-around body of work on them, meaning implementing the striking, mixing the striking with the wrestling and the grappling, putting individuals in compromisable positions when they are on the ground in the jiu-jitsu department, just mixing the all-around game. You know what I'm talking about? And when he's up against individuals like that, he does not tend to do very well. He beats the individuals that he should beat, in my personal opinion. Look at the resume, with the exception of his first 2 fights in the UFC, which, for me, when I first saw, way back then, when he came in, boy, did I put a ceiling on this young motherfucker that smacked me right in the fucking face. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, he came in and smoked Beneil Dariush, man. And then Olivier Mercier, or however you say old boy's name, that went on over to PFL and all that. Like, he wasn't the greatest over here in the UFC, but at that time, when he came in and beat Olivier, or however you say his name, like, that man was doing things over here. You know what I'm talking about? That was a solid motherfucker. So to come in and bang Beneil and bang old boy, like, it was a ceiling put on him that he wasn't prepared for. You know what I'm talking about? And I was one of the ones that put it on him, man. But I have since learned from then. You understand what I'm saying to you? Austin Hubbard is not a guy that I am high on in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Neither. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But with that being said, I will not allow myself to, you know, go off of what I saw from this motherfucker in his first UFC run. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he seems to, since then, have put things together quite a bit better. You understand what I'm saying to you? I wasn't going to give him a shot this go around. You know what I mean? When he was coming back in, I wasn't fitting to get this young man another shot. I wasn't fitting to give him another shot, man. But I'm done giving Alexander Hernandez shots. You understand what I'm saying to you? It is what it is, man. You know, I think Austin can come out here and get Alexander down. I think he can keep it highly competitive on the feet and possibly find a finish when Alexander gets a bit too aggressive and reckless. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because he tends to do so when he's going into a third round. If he thinks he's possibly down or it's one round apiece. Sometimes just going into the second round if he feels like, you know what I mean, he could have gotten you out of there in the first round. He'll be a bit too aggressive and reckless, you know what I mean, in his approach in the second. So it is what it is, man. You know what I'm talking about? Austin's the pick. It's another dog and Carla. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't this a bitch? And Carla over Tisha for another dog. You know what I'm talking about? Boy, the dogs are racking up over this motherfucker, man. I know y'all gonna have your way with me in the comment section, man. It's all good, though. It's all good, man. You know what I'm talking about? But we've been through it on why Carla's the pick switch. So Carla's the pick switch. We've been through it with old Vince. You know what I mean? And he's the dog. Now, here's the big one. Here's the big one. Here's the motherfucking big one. Do I switch him? And I ain't talking about the main event. I'm talking about the first fight of the night. I'm more caught up on this one. I'm more confused about this one than I am about the main event. I'm more confused about Timothy Dirty Bird Means and Court McGee, man. I said it before, man. Like, Court McGee's resume is to be respected. Both of their resumes are to be respected. Both of their careers and their bodies of work are to be respected. These are two UFC OG veterans that know how to get it done and know how to put on a show. You understand what I'm saying to you? They are also two UFC OG veterans that are far past their prime. Best days are way, way, way behind them. The speed is not necessarily there no more. The pop is not necessarily there no more. The durability is not necessarily there no more. And the endurance is not necessarily there no more. They will be fighting at elevation. You understand what I'm saying to you? And, boy, this is going to be a motherfucking banger, man. Come on, man. It's the fucking Dirty Bird and Court McGee, man. Huh? Come on, man. Court was that guy, much like now in the UFC, you have Jared Gordon. You know what I mean? And Jared Gordon's story and what Jared Gordon's been through, going through, went through, you know, how long he's been clean, so on and so forth, with all the Jared Gordon struggles. Back in the day, you know, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, that was Court McGee coming into the UFC's kind of story. You understand what I'm saying? Court got a good story. Court got a deep story. Nice back story, you know what I mean? Coming into the UFC with what he went through in his life, you know what I mean? That a lot of people were able to connect to back then, much like a lot of people were able to connect to Jared Gordon now. You understand what I'm saying to you? Court McGee and Tim Means are two very respectable individuals standing across from each other in this octagon, man. Either one of them at this point in time. You know what I mean? Timothy Means has proven to be the more dangerous individual out of the two over the course of his career. I also believe, though, he's proven to be the one who's fallen off the most over the years in the career. Probably due to quite a few more fights and taking the most motherfucking damage. The boy's been in some brawls, man. The Dirty Bird been in some brawls, and you know those brawls weren't just inside the octagon or inside these motherfucking mixed martial arts cage, man. Dirty Bird, you know Dirty Bird be scrapping out there in the motherfucking dirt roads, man, and been so for a long time. And I'm just saying, the damage absolutely everywhere. It shows, man. You know what I mean? And I feel like the more put together individual now in 2024, which is fucked up to say because both of these motherfuckers got damage on them. Both of them have durability problems at this point in their stage. Nothing is there for them anymore. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, it's all gone. This is two coaches. You know what I mean? Coming out here and giving us a motherfucking show to kick off the card, man, with all due respect, man. You know what I'm saying? I love both these motherfuckers, man. Ah, man. It's the fucked up one for me, man. Do I pick switch from Dirty Bird to Court and get myself yet another dog for y'all motherfuckers to bark on me about? Or do I stay with the Dirty Bird, man? Is the Dirty Bird gonna land a clean, crisp combination that puts... Does he even have it left in him to put Court out? This fight might look like Forrest Griffin versus Stephen Bonner. Huh? This fight might be an absolute barn-burning, back and forth banger. Huh? To kick this motherfucking card off, man. They gonna read both these motherfuckers' names off, man. I'm telling you right now. This thing's gonna go 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Because while I just said the durability's not there for him, I also said the pop's not there for him. The speed's not. This is going to be this is going back and forth, man. Back and forth. And with all due respect to Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner, I'm not saying that they were coming into themselves at that point. These individuals are leaving themselves at that point. It's just going to be like that, though. They were coming into themselves. They were refusing to quit. They weren't going to go down. These two individuals are coming out of themselves, and they're just not going to throw enough to put each other down, in my personal opinion, with all due respect. And in a situation like that, where both names are going to get called off, fuck it, give me the dog. I'm switching. That's 3 pick switches, and all fucking 3 of them are underdogs, man. Damn! Very much so is a parlay channel, first and foremost, though. So fuck with me on my parlays. You know what I mean? I'm going to be tapping back here in a few minutes with some individual parlays that I have parlayed up. I already told y'all about my dog plays, man. I'm very much so on Roman and Jose at plus 410. Roman, Jose, and Juliana at plus 1150. And Roman, Jose, Juliana, and Kayla at plus 1338. And then swap out options for Roman, Jose, Juliana, Kayla, and Alex, or Roman, Jose, Juliana, Kayla, and Khalil. You understand what I'm saying to you? While Roman, Jose, Juliana, and Kayla already come in at plus 1338, Alex, being a significant favorite he is, will probably only tip that over to like around plus 1430 or something. But swapping Alex out for Khalil with plus whatever the fuck he is right now, will tip that thing up to like around plus 25,000 something. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, it very much so is what it is. But that's who I'm on, man. You know what I mean? That is who I'm on as far as my dog plays are concerned. You know what I'm talking about? And on the prelims, it's Austin and Court and Ovens, and Carla and Marina. You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is, man. I gave y'all favorites for the prelims, y'all favorites for the main card. We talked about a haymaker and some Hail Mary tosses for the, the whole card. We talked about some dog plays for the prelims, some dog plays for the main card. And I'm going to tap back in just a few minutes, and I'm going to give you, probably just might take about 5 minutes to go ahead and run down, the list of parlays that I have in and that I'm parlaying up. And that'll be that with that, man. I appreciate you. Oh, no, my bad. Khalil. Khalil's still a dog, man. Let's run this real quick, man. Let's run this real quick, because what we got, 12 fights, man? We got 12 fights, man. Khalil's a dog. Juliana's a dog. Fucking Jose is a dog. That's ridiculous. Roman's a dog. Marina's a dog. Oh, watch this last. Ain't this a bitch? Austin's a dog. Carla's a dog. Oh, Vince is a dog. And Court is a dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ain't that about a bitch? 9 dogs on a 12-fight card, man. Ain't that about a bitch? It's wild, man, because I can see them all barking, man. If we just leave out this first fight of the night and leave out this last fight of the night, I could see Ovin St. Preux winning via submission or KO TKO inside the distance. If it goes the full 15 minutes, I could see Ovin winning by decision. Carla Esparza, I could see Carla winning via unanimous decision, split, or majority decision, or possibly finding the submission inside the distance. Austin, I could see Austin winning via unanimous decision, possibly a split decision. I don't think this one finishes inside the distance, but so that's Ovin, Carla, and Austin. Then there's Caesar, he's the favorite. Marina, I can see Marina winning this one via majority, unanimous, or split decision. Possibly finding the finish inside the distance, but more times than not, this thing's gonna go to full 15 minutes, and maybe it's a draw. But that's another dog. Joaquim's a favorite. Roman's a dog. I just think he's too strong, man. Too powerful, and technically too sound all around for Kevin. Kayla's a favorite. Jose's a dog. I don't understand why. We already spoke about that. Juliana's a dog. I don't necessarily understand why, other than she's on the other side of the champion. And then that's that with that, because if we leave the first fight of the night alone and the last fight of the night alone, and we just talk about them 7 dogs right there, boy, oh boy. Huh? Boy, oh boy. And that's 10 legs. What did that Hail Mary smacks? Ovin St. Preux, Carla Esparza, Austin Hubbard, Cesar Almeida, Marina Rodriguez, Joaquin Buckley, Roman Dolidze, Kayla Harrison, Jose Aldo, and Juliana Pena. Imagine if that motherfucker smacks right there. 10 legs. Huh? Little Hail Mary toss. Ew. That'd be fucking nasty. I'm gonna put 10 eyes on it. I'm gonna put 10 eyes on it, man. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. That's the parlays for UFC 307, prelims, main card, dog plays, haymakers, Hail Mary tosses as far as the favorites. And I'll be tapping back in momentarily with my personal parlays. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace and blessings.